What's going on, guys? Welcome back to Meta Monday on the TCG Empire YouTube channel. Today we are going over Red Luffy. This deck did just win the first Treasure Cup over the course of the weekend within the Treasure Cups in May series. So we're going to be taking a look at the deck that won today. Red Luffy, very consistent deck. You have a lot of removal options in the fact of having Vista, Edward Newgate with the Robin effect. You play Masked Deuce, that way if you are forced to go second, you still have a play. And that also means that you can play on your turn coming back to you for 4, you can play a Robin, attach a Dawn to Masked Deuce, and use Luffy's ability to swing 5 and still pop, and then also have another pop for the following turn. There are 2 Gum Gum Red Hawks, a 4k counter that also KOs a 4k or less. This deck is pretty much just, you don't get to have a board, and I'm going to pop whatever you play. There are 4 Rush Luffys as well as 4 Rush Zoros, and these cards just show immense power. And there's 4 Edward Newgate. Edward Newgate is really good in this because if you are at 10 Dawn, you play Edward Newgate, you pump your leader to 7, you attach the remaining Dawn to Luffy, use his effect, and now you have a 9k swing for the turn rather than just 7k, which means that your opponent either has to block or drop at least 3 cards to get out of it if they're not using a 4k counter. And if they are using a 4k counter, then they have to dump at least 2 cards with it. So it's a very strong deck. We're going to pilot it, go into a couple games, see what we can do. But remember, if you guys do enjoy today's video, remember to smash that like button, subscribe, turn on post notifications, and I'll catch you guys in the gameplay. Alright guys, here's the gameplay. We are playing against Doflamingo, so we are going to go on the 135 curve, and we actually do open up Nami and Robin as well as Jet Pistol. So this gives us a lot to do for the coming turns. We're going to play Nami. With Nami, we're going to grab Monkey D. Luffy, just so that way it's an endgame card that's in our hand and we don't have to worry too much about it. So here, he is going to attach a Dawn to Doflamingo. He can't attack, which I'm not sure my opponent knows that. He is going to play Perona. Perona, he is going to rearrange the top cards of his deck. And next turn, we're just going to play Robin and use Monkey D. Luffy's ability and just swing for 6,000. Then the following turns with that is where things get a little bit more fun. So here, what we're going to do, we're going to play Robin. And we're going to attach a Dawn and just swing for 6,000. I don't know if you guys can see him, but my cat is sleeping on the bed. And he just snored, and I'm not sure why. You guys probably didn't hear it, but that's part of why I always turn around, is because he likes to talk and yell at me. Okay, so my opponent is swinging for 8,000. And he's bringing out Gecko Moria. We can jet pistol the Gecko Moria, and then we can also swing and pop the Perona. So next turn is going to be a productive turn. And we also do have another Nico Robin. Now I could jet pistol and swing 7k with leader. That way I don't have to swing with the Robin. But next turn, that means that he has to deal with the Robin, and I feel like we have enough combo power in hand to deal with it. So we're going to attach the Dawn with Luffy's ability. We're going to swing 5k, pop the Perona. Luffy's really good too, especially against Whitebeard, because you're always swinging for 6,000 power. Now here we could actually put a lot of pressure and turn everything sideways and have a 5k swing with Nami as well as a 5k swing with Luffy. And looking at the size of his hand, let's see. If he uses leader's effect, that's a 7k swing. I think we're just going to swing for 6k right here. There's not really any threats on board yet, and if I leave the Robin alive next turn, then that means that it can put in more power. But we'll see how this goes. Our hand is pretty good. We're going to be at 7 Dawn next turn, which means that we have 9 for Edward Newgate. And if he chooses to swing at the Robin, which he does, there's an 8k swing on the Robin. We could protect that. Let's see. 6, 7, 8. But the Otama is gone. Do I want to dump that many cards? Let's see. I feel like I do, because I can always play another Robin, which means that... no, I'd rather just Otama into Vista and play Nico Robin next turn. Which sounds good to me, because I have to waste so much to get rid of that Nico Robin. And I can just play those cards out next turn. And then we'll also be able to have a 6k swing. And we did get the Red Hawk. So what we're going to do now is we're going to Otama, play Vista so he doesn't get to have a board. And then, let's see. We'll play the Robin, attach the Dawn, and we'll just swing 6 to see what he does. And then next turn, we can play the Edward Newgate on curve. And we can swing for 8k, or we can swing for 7k, put a Dawn on Nico Robin, and then pop something if he plays something like a small blocker. So here he chooses a combo. He's just dumping cards in his hand at this point, so I'm fine with that. Blue doesn't play any rushers, so the most I'm taking right now is 1 damage. And then, okay. There's a 7k swing. Let's see. That we have to take. We do get the Mass Deuce, which is good. It's more combo power for the following turn. So what we can do next turn is we can play Whitebeard. And then we can swing 5k with Robin here and pop the Perona. And then that means that if he wants to save it, he's going to have to dump cards, which means that that 7k swing still has a chance to go through. There's the Pacifista. I'm not too worried about the Pacifista, actually. I think as far as my board goes, I want him to not have as many cards in hand, so we are going to do that play. We're going to attach a Rested Dawn to the Nico Robin because now we also have a bigger Nico Robin. So we'll do 5, pop. Now he has to dump a card. So he chooses to go 6. That's fine with me. He can draw 2 Trash 2, but he doesn't really plus anything. So here, let's just swing for... Well, he still has to dump 2 cards, and he's most likely going to take that, which means he sees more cards. So we're just going to swing 7,000 at the Mihawk. That way he has to choose between dumping 2 cards, and he doesn't really plus as much off the draw to discard 2. Instead, it's more like... Okay, so he chooses to combo, and he uses Gum Gum Rain, which is fine. So now, if he swings, he'll be still at 2 cards. And he has to invest onto the Pacifista and Mihawk in order to swing. And us being at 7,000, he needs at least 5 Dawn invested to swing with his characters, which means there's only 5 Dawn left for him to work with. So he does 11,000. That's fine. The Nico Robin was gonna go away regardless. So now he can swing 7 and 7, but looking at our next turn, there's a lot that we can do, and we can actually clear a lot of his board, so I'm not worried about it. So he chooses not to swing, so that's fine. So let's see, looking at this, I'm going to Nami first, see if I can get a Jet Pistol or Zoro. Zoro works fine too. So we do have the Zoro. So what we're actually going to do is we're just going to start limiting his hand. So we're going to swing 5 and 5. Okay. He wants to let it go. That's fine with me. And then let's see, we have 7 Dawn left. So we could swing for 10k. We have a 5k swing. We could play the Makino. Okay. So we're going to play the Zoro. And I want him to take the smaller hits first. So we're going to do a... We have enough Dawn to do 2 7k swings and then a 10k and put him in a really awkward position. So I am fine with that. Okay, so he chooses to love beam. That's fine. I think here I'm just gonna swing for 5k, because if he chooses to take it, then that's fine. If not, he dumps cards out of his hand. So I could deal 2 points of damage if I wanted to. I could use the new gate, and I can attach Rested Dawn. So let's see. Considering he has 1 card in hand, I could put him down to 2 life. And next turn, I'm not in lethal range because he has to get 4 swings through, which means that there's even more for me to do the following turn. No, I think I'm going to keep the Dawn open and then just make sure that I keep my characters alive. So we'll just swing for 10,000. He's forced to take it, and we'll pass. Because now he has less cards in his hand to work with, and I plan on ending the game in around the next 2 turns. There's a lot on my board that he has to deal with right now, so I'm not too stressed about it. So he does do 5, that's fine. We can save the Zoro. He has to, let's say he wants to swing on Zoro. He needs to commit at least 4 Dawn here, 3 Dawn here. So there's a 6. We're just going to counter that with an easy 7. Because there's nothing with Rush, so... Okay, so he has to draw 2 trash 2. And we can get rid of a lot of his board next turn too, so... It should be a good turn, because if we leave him with no board, he can't do anything. And he can play the Mihawk that he's about to play from his hand, but there's nothing that really the Mihawk's going to do for him next turn. There's no blue rushers, so there's the Mihawk. That's fine. And so now he has to really choose how he wants these turns to go. And we could actually buff ourselves to 7 as well. But I feel like inflicting some points of damage is more critical for what I want to do. Because next turn he has 2 swings. I don't see a way in which he wins the next turn. So yeah, we're going to attach 3. We're just going to swing 5k, see if he wants to dump a card. Okay. Chooses to let it go, which is fine. So now here, we can just play Luffy. And Luffy can swing 6k. And we can do a 5k swing. And then from this, we can actually set up a good lethal. So we'll just swing for 10,000. He's forced to take it, and then we'll just pass. Now he has to play cards from his hand, and he'll have a lot less to work with the following turn. And considering we have Dawn open, he has to swing at least... We know that we have 15k counter in our hand, but he has to put at least 6 Dawn. So there's a 7k swing. He does get a Pacifista. Pacifista. I don't know why I say Fista. Okay, let's see. We'll let the Luffy go. He does have to swing at... If he swings 9k at life, I'm just going to dump the Red Hawk. Okay, so there's 5. So he swings 14,000. Thankfully, we can out-combo that. So choose no targets, and we'll get rid of the Vista as well. And depending on what he wants to play, I'm just going to go all out and make sure that this Mihawk is gone, potentially. Okay, so there's the Law. I know for a fact that he has a... Love Mellow in hand. So I think what we do is we just build lethal. That's probably the best way to go about this. So we just go 5k. See if he wants to... Okay, so that's fine. He does the 5k. So then we'll just put 3 Dawn here. We'll go for a 5k swing. My cat is destroying my carpet at the moment. And we'll just do a 9k swing into a 10k swing. So there's the 9. There's the 10 block. And then here, we'll just go 10k. There's no rushers, so there's no way we take 4 points of damage. So give me just 1 second, guys. I gotta let my cat in. She's tearing up the carpet. Okay, so we are in a bit of an awkward spot, but if he uses the Mihawk to swing at the new gate, should be okay. So let's see, he can go here and swing at the new gate. He has 7 Dawn. If he plays another card from hand, he only has 2 left. I don't think he realizes that he needs 2 Dawn in order to. Okay, so there's a swing there, so that's fine. And he's all tapped out here, so I think what we do is, let's see. I think we just Otama, Vista, and we just go here, we go here, and we just swing for 12k. They're all 2ks. There's no shot that he can counter it. So that's the showcase for the deck, guys. I want to thank you so much for watching today's YouTube video. Remember, if you did enjoy it, smash that like button, subscribe, turn on post notifications, and I'll catch you guys in the next video.